do a wig review for you guys, and this is the wig that I'm going to review with you. I do know that I bought 2 other wigs. This is the latest one that I bought. And I want to review those other 2. However, I'm thinking of maybe kind of doing like an overview of all the wigs that I have now in my collection. So I'm probably going to do that in my next video, but I wanted to go ahead and just do a review on this particular wig. I just recently got it. I got it from eBay, and this wig, hands down, is an awesome wig. I know this is only kind of like my second time putting it on, but I don't feel any like tension around the head area. I feel like it's medium to big head friendly. So if you're one of those women that do have a small head, it would probably work perfectly for you. You just gotta really tighten it to the tightest setting on this wig. Let's see what else. It's very soft. You do have to kind of alter it a little bit. It does come off. It does have a little shine to it, but not too much of a shine where it's like, oh my gosh, she's wearing synthetic hair. But enough shine where if it doesn't if you're not too happy with that shine, if you want it to be little to no shine, then I definitely suggest to get some dry shampoo. I used this Batiste, I think that's what it's called. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Dry shampoo, and what's nice about this one, this is strictly for brunettes, and what's nice is that it really does tint it pretty nicely. As you can see up here on the top, I used it mostly up here, and it has really dulled down the shine to it, so that really helps me a whole lot. So this is a really good one. If I use the other ones, it becomes very white casted, so I like that one better for at least this top portion, so it still kind of keeps that dark hue to it. Let's see what else. I did pluck a little bit, and this is what's nice about this particular wig. You can alter it however you want. You can have a side part, middle part, or even on your left side or your right side. So that's what's nice about it. What they say on YouTube, no, I keep on saying YouTube, on eBay, on the item, it says the title of it is Ash Blonde Ombre Mix Lace Front Wig Wavy Layered Heat, and they put the heat meaning it's okay to put heat on it. Heat okay, 22-inch long frontal. So this is what it looked like before you cut off the lace. Here's the side view, and then let me just show you, and this is what it looks like in the back, and then let me show you, this is what it looks like inside out. So again, I will show you, I'll take it off for you and show it to you, but this one is a very light wig. It doesn't feel too heavy, it doesn't feel too tight, so I'm really liking the wig. I'm really hoping that this wig is going to be a really good work wig. I don't like really thick hair. I don't really like thick wigs. I've never really have it. I mean, they're fine for, you know, for special occasions and stuff, but for everyday use, it's just not my style. I'm even like that with hair extensions. I don't like really thick hair extensions because then it makes my head look too funky, because my hair is naturally fine. So if I was to wear extensions, the extensions should be thin extensions. And also to the pulling of it, to the thinner the extensions are, the less likely it's going to pull your hair down a lot, and the cause of you losing hair would be very slim to none. So that I kind of did away with the really heavy extensions. I just can't do them anymore. So because I like the lightweightness, when it comes down to wigs, I like it to be lightweight as well. And this is a very lightweight wig. So for those girls who love really thick wigs, this seller does have some really thick wigs, so don't get this wig, then get something else. But if you're into the natural to thin, natural to like the natural density to light density of hair, then I would say this is definitely a wig that you should really look into. It is $58. That's how much I paid for it. Depending on where you live, you might have to pay for whatchamacallit. You might have to pay for shipping. I think for me, I lucked out, and it was free shipping for me. If I'm not mistaken, I didn't have to pay for shipping. So I lucked out, especially by me living here in Guam. I lucked out. So anyways, the seller she has 100. He or she, I'm not too sure if this is a man or a woman. I'm assuming it's a woman. I've seen pictures of women modeling some of the wigs, so I'm assuming that's her, but it could be just a model. But I'm not too sure. So I'm assuming it is definitely a woman. I'm thinking it is definitely a woman. But I'm not too sure. But I'm pretty sure the seller is a woman. But the seller's name is called Hairliciousisbae. If I'm not mistaken. That's how you pronounce it. So she has really good reviews. There, as of right now, she has no negative reviews. She does have 2 neutral. Well, altogether, she has 4 neutral feedbacks, and then she about, I would say, roughly a little over 300 some positive reviews, and that's just the course of from 1 month, 6 months to 12 months. So she's pretty good considering how well she's been doing. I would definitely highly suggest to to look on her page on eBay and just look at the different things that she sells, the different types of wigs, and she has different types. She has the middle, just straight on middle parts, and I do have some of those wigs that she sells that I have strictly just a side parting. She has those, and then she has like these where you can manipulate how you want your parting to be. Out of all the ones I've bought from her, they're all really nice, and they're all very realistic looking for the most part. I mean, there are some that are kind of fashioned wigs, so it's kind of hard to make those really realistic looking, but majority of the ones, that if not all, majority of them are all very realistic looking. Of course, you just need to finesse it a little bit, and bam, they're pretty good. And so, but by far, I think this has been the best wig I've had, and I know I've said that prior to the ones that she sold. The one I think the very first one, or I think one of the first ones that I bought, I said that was the best one. But I seriously think this is the best one, only because it doesn't feel so tight. It still feels snug. It still feels good. I don't feel like it's gonna flop off or anything. I did have to finesse it a little bit. I mean, I could even finesse it more probably if I really wanted to. It's lightweight. It's very realistic looking. The weight of the wig is very realistic looking. I am not disappointed at all with this wig. I'm really hoping and praying that this can be my go-to wig, especially in the days when I don't want to wear extensions. For me to wear this wig, I want this to be like my daily driver, so to speak. Because again, there's just some days where our hair is just not doing what we want it to do, so pop on a wig, guys. I mean, right? Or if you're running late to somewhere. And for me, like, going to work, I don't, I want to be able to get done with getting ready and then out the door for work, right? So this wig by far right now is doing is a really good wig. And I'm hoping I'm gonna do like a little trial run this week and try it on for a couple, wear it for, if not the whole week, at least for a few days, and see how I feel about it. But I mean, so far this wig it's you know, it's going pretty well for me. So I'm really liking the wig. So without further ado, let me go ahead and take it off for you. But before I do that, sorry, so let me show you the parting. So I didn't make it full on straight. For me, I think sometimes when you're doing parting, sometimes if you don't do it perfectly straight, it actually looks a little bit more realistic looking for me on my end. And then also too, when I have my hair is never perfectly straight anyways when I make a parting. So I think this would look, this one looks pretty good. I mean, I could put maybe I'll put a little bit more of my powder on to kind of mask it to look like scalp, but for the most part, I like it. And then I do have some baby hairs. Some of the baby hairs did already come with it, and then some I kind of made, like I think I made some of these right here. I like having baby hairs, and I don't like put them onto my head. I just kind of let them fly free, because that's how I do it when I have my actual hair. When I'm rocking my actual hair, I do not put gel. I don't gel them down. I just let them fly free, and by me letting them fly free, it kind of also helps to mask like the what's that? The hairline here. So you know, then again, when you see all these little baby hairs just kind of like everywhere, it kind of masks the hairline, right? So it kind of like makes that nice illusion that this is my actual hair. And then this is the back. So yeah, it's not that long. So I guess it's like almost past the middle of my back. It's almost on the top, right above here, like my waist area. So I think that's a good length for me. I don't want to go any longer than that. And it's just, sorry if I'm looking in the mirror. But I just really, I mean, I like this. I like this density. This is a really nice density. I don't know. I mean, it's just a really nice density, and it's realistic. I mean, it's just, I don't know. Like I feel like this is gonna be a whole lot easier for me to rock when I go to work. I really do. I really feel like this is gonna be an easy wig. See, and it's not that, you know what I mean? And then, you know, if it does start getting a little ratty, I can always cut it up to here, you know, and it'll still have that nice, beautiful hair color transition. So, I don't know. This is a really good wig. So I wouldn't be surprised if I come back and buy another one. I probably will. If this wig works really well this week during my work, I'll probably buy another one just to have a backup. But anyways, let me show you what it looks like. Oops, yeah, the thing is when I take off the wig, everything comes off. So I do have my wig grip, and I tell you this, I got this on eBay, not on eBay, on Amazon, and these are really nice. I mean, I think I might need to get a new one. I mean, not anytime soon, but it's starting to show. I've been wearing it right here with the stretching here, this part. But it's a really good one. I like this one a whole lot better than the one that I was using before. So this one's really nice. And then, of course, my wig cap. So I always wear a wig cap, just in case, just to keep my hair in check. And then, you know, my little ponytail in the back. Anyways, so this is what it looks like. So this is one thing I really like about this, is that the difference with this wig that I normally buy, the ones I normally buy from the seller, is normally they're just like the tracks, and then there's like little airy, like they're, I wish I had an example. Well, anyways, they have the little pocket throughs here, right? if that makes any sense. Anyways, I don't know if I'm making any sense with that, but they're just tracks basically. Well, this one is nice because it's like a little netting. So there's tracks, as you can see. There's tracks right here. That's her track right there. If you can see it clearly enough. But that's what is nice is there's still netting, but then there's tracks here. So again, it's still very breathable, but then it doesn't feel so heavy. And then here's the frontal part. So where the lace part's at. And then it does have two combs, so one here, and I love that she has a comb back here because again, when it comes down to these type of wigs, and it doesn't matter what brand they are, I've just noticed with a lot of these wigs, what they do is they have, instead of it being right here, they put one right about here. And yes, it is important that, you know, sometimes they want one to hook right here. But for me, because I don't use these, I actually do not use these little combs except for the one in the back. And again, my main reason, and I've said this before in other videos, is I don't want the sides of my hair, because now the sides of my hair is, you know, growing back. I have a lot more hair here on this side, and I have a lot more hair on this side. And so because of that, I don't want to start losing hair on the side here. And from what I've heard from me watching different videos from on YouTube is if you do wear the sides of this, the chances are you are going to, there's a good chance you will lose some hair. Now I guess you could use those sides, these little combs on your band, I guess you could. I just choose not to. I just use the one on the bottom because then at least on the bottom it does catch on here, so I'm fine with that. Yeah, so I just don't really use, these. And then I just don't. And then also too, I have, then of course these are the straps here. And so again, I have it at the very last one on each end. So again, if I need to make this tighter, I could. At this point in time, I don't really see a need to make it tighter. So I'm really curious. That was my comb there. So I'm really curious to see how this is gonna fare. I'm hoping that I'm not gonna have like any real bad tightness here. Hopefully I don't. I don't think I will. I mean, I had that one blonde one that I bought from her. I loved it and it looks so realistic. However, it was giving me, like, it was very tight on me, and I think that was more of a medium size wig, than a medium size head wig than a large to medium. So anyway, so again, what I've also started to do because of that situation, I kind of moved this back a little bit, because before I would always have it, I'd always have it like right up here, and I feel if because of that I had it right up here, I think that gave it more of like a pressure here. And so by me moving this back just a tad bit, it still keeps the wig on. It still helps me keep it on. However, what I do is I just move it back a little bit so I don't have too much of a pressure right here. And so hopefully I don't have any pressure, or little to none on this one. I mean, you're going to always have, I mean, when you have things on your head, you're always going to have some kind of pressure. But, you know, because you have something on your head, even when you're wearing a headband. So sometimes it's really hard for people to wear headbands, too, because they're very sensitive with that. And, but yeah, like this one, when I put it on, like, I don't feel like any real pressure on it. So that is the huge blessing for having this this wig. So you know, that's really good, like not having, and also too that, you know, it doesn't feel like it's gonna pull so hard, or I'm not gonna just fall right off, you know what I mean? So anyways, I'm just getting my little baby hairs out here. So now there you go. So again, I really do like this wig. I will probably give you the 411 at a later time. Maybe when I'll give you guys the 411 is when I go over all my other wigs that I have, to kind of give you a heads up, like, hey, did this wig fare pretty alright after a week? And I'm hoping it does. I really am. You know, it's sometimes for, you know, it's hard sometimes to go out there and find a really good like a really good wig. It's, you know, and I know it is hard. It's definitely hard, because finding the perfect wig for you, it's, you know, it's a journey. It definitely is a journey. And having, you know, been wearing, and it's going on almost like, what, 2 years? Oh, it's almost been about 2 years since I've been wearing wigs, and almost 2. It's going on 2 now. And I've loved every minute of wearing them. It really gives me, especially in the beginning of me wearing them. Of course, I was a little nervous, but then it also gave me a lot of confidence, especially when I had a lot of hair loss from postpartum. I mean, now my hair is coming back, which is good. Again, at the same time, though, I mean, my hair's still not as perfect as I would like it to be, and you know, it just, you know, it takes time, and I feel like giving your hair a rest and not always putting so much product on it really does help. And I think by doing that, you know, giving some rest, you know, don't go bleaching. You know, if you've done some bleaching, okay, it's time to rest that hair down, you know, rest it, and then, you know, if you're gonna go back to it, then do it at a later time, but definitely just let it rest. And so wigs really do that. They really do help, especially, you know, for those who want that perfect hairstyle, want that perfect curl, or that perfect straight hair look. Wigs do that. And now wigs are a whole lot more accessible to, you know, to a regular customer now. It's not just for, you know, showbiz and all that, and it's not just for the movies. It's now for any person. So I'm really lucky that I found wigs, so I can have more of, you know, more confidence in myself. And then also now it's just for fun, and being able to have options. So I think that's where it really comes down to. Wigs are now more options. It's not it's a must. Like, I don't need to wear a wig. I know I don't need to, but it's more of options for me. Now I have more options on how I want to style my hair. Do I want to actually style my hair and wear extensions, or don't wear extensions, or do I don't want to do anything to my hair and just plop on a wig? So it's definitely a nice option to have. But anyways, that is it. And please like and subscribe if this is your first video that you've seen from my channel. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Comment below. And other than that, toodles.